Hey guys, your boy Huff here. I'm with my girl Panamera. Her puppy's turned a week old today. She had a C-section, and those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, you know Panamera is kind of my little problem child, but she's my special girl too. I love her, and my whole goal in breeding her was to end up with a female. Unfortunately, we did the C-section a little early, and the puppies were really small, and the females in the litter, one was a runt, and I mean it was so premature you could see its pink skin through its hair. The two little girls didn't make it. I'm really kind of sad about it, but it's one of those things. You know, I'm happy to have any puppies from her at all, because you know, like when I imported her, it wasn't a good litter. And, you know, I've been working on her for a while, trying to get some puppies out of her, and I finally did it. So she does have two healthy male pups. They're a little undersized, because like I said, the C-section was a little early, but I'm going to show those guys to you here in a minute. They are looking really good. They've got like perfect markings. They're going to be great looking when they get older. Now I got to tell you a little bit about Panamera here though before we move on. She's kind of been through it. She's on pain meds right now, and that's because night before last, her incision from her C-section came open, and her uterus was partially prolapsed. I actually had to like stick it back in there and pack it with gauze, and it was a big nasty mess. But I was able to stabilize her, and I got her to the vet that did the procedure first thing in the morning yesterday. I was literally at the vet all day yesterday. It was a big hassle, but they got her taken care of, and I can show you what they did here if she'll let me. Here, let me see, baby. So she's got like staples and all kinds of stuff now, but here's her incision. They cleaned it all up and flushed her out, and redid the sutures and everything, and then they did staples on the outside so that it's not going to come open again. They've got her on two different antibiotics because she got an infection from the first procedure, and so she's just been through it. I'm just letting her rest. I'm keeping her contained. We're taking her outside on a leash so that she's you know, not doing anything crazy strenuous, because I don't want her to, you know, have her incision open up again. You know, we're just taking it real easy with her. I moved her boys over to Lara because I was concerned about her having an infection and maybe them getting something through the milk. I didn't want to do anything that would risk losing the puppies. I actually initially tried to put them on Ula because she has a slightly smaller litter than Lara and she has more milk. But Ula's a little nuts, and she wouldn't really accept them, and she kept trying to only feed her own pups. And well, her pups are really big, so they were kind of pushing them out of the way too. But I got a good thing going with Lara, and I'll show you that here in a second. I'm kind of doing a little rotation with them and her pups. Matter of fact, I'll go over there now because they're probably about ready to eat. And then after I feed them and let them eat and everything, we're going to take them over to the scale and get their weights and everything. They're a week old today, so actually they're 2 days younger. Believe it or not, they're 2 days younger than Lara's pups, and Lara's pups are a lot bigger, but that's just because we did the C-section a little early. But anyway, I'll go over there and show you the pups now. All right, so here's Lara with all of her pups, and Panamera's two pups in here in the laundry basket. I'm going to do another video on her in a couple days. Her puppies turn 1 week old on Sunday, so I'll be doing another video on her then. But I just wanted to show you Panamera's pups. Here's one of them right here. I'm just going to bring them right over here to eat. And here's the other one. I'm going to start these guys, and then I'm probably going to bring a couple of her puppies over too, so that they can eat here in a second while I'm talking. But these guys are hungry hippos. They get right on there and start going as soon as they find the nipple. There you go, big guy. But I'm going to show these guys a little bit more up close and personal. Here in a little bit, I'll get some close shots of them when I'm weighing them, and then also I'm going to take some photos just some still photos for the website so that I can update what's on the website. I got a deposit on one of these guys today. I don't know which one they're going to want. We're going to do the picking at about 6 weeks when they get a little bit bigger. You can see their personalities and everything. What I will say, and I don't have any collars on these guys because I ran out of collars, and I didn't want to buy a set of collars just for 2 boys. Plus, you know, with just 2, you can tell them apart pretty easy. But I will say, this guy right here is just a little bit shorter coupled and kind of thicker through the middle. And this one has a little bit more of a longer body. You know, obviously if you were going to show it or something like that, the shorter coupled body is preferred, or is preferable. I just said preferred. The shorter coupled body is preferable and more correct to the standard. You know, not to say that there's anything wrong with being a little bit longer. This one may eventually end up being a little bit bigger dog, maybe weigh a little bit more, or they could even have kind of close weights, but this guy's going to have a little bit shorter body, and he's probably going to be a little bit stockier and wider is all. So just, you know, something to think about there. You can definitely tell that difference between them, and not just because this one looks skinnier, but you can just tell his torso is just a little bit longer, even though he's further away from the camera and everything. But these guys are both super nice. They've got nice markings. They got the little triangle under their chin. They got the separated little circle on their cheeks. They got nice dark mahogany colors. They're both going to keep their tail. The person who put the deposit today wanted to keep the tail, and I would have liked to keep the tails on these guys anyway because I prefer tails. I do dock most of my litters because they're easier to place that way, because most people want docked tails. But these 2 especially are going to be beautiful, beautiful dogs with the long natural tail. But I'm going to throw a couple more of Laura's pups on here so that I can get these guys fed. I'm just going to put 2 on there, the 2 girls, along with Panamera's pups. And then after these guys are done and in their milk comas, I'll switch out and put the other 5 in there. So just gonna let them eat for a little bit, and then I'll check back in with you guys and we'll get some video of them and their weights and all that. And then while we're waiting, of course you guys all know my boy Apollo. He's chilling out here. This is the dad of the litter, and I actually have out here one of his daughters. This is Carmen, Apollo's daughter. She's out of a female named Zadi von Zeckwald, who is an import from, well, she's got mostly German lines. I'm not sure exactly where she's from, but she's got mostly German ADRK lines, and Apollo himself has some ADRK lines, so she turned out really nice. She's only about 6 months, so she's got some growing up to do before she's going to be ready to have some babies. But here in about a year or so, year and a half maybe, she'll be ready to go. Come here, Apollo. Quit being a lazy bum. He's been out running around in the sun all morning, so he's kind of tired. But I just wanted to get a quick shot of him. I was hoping he'd be a little more lively. Apollo! Yeah, look at me, buddy. There's my big boy. He's a good boy. He's just resting right now. So I just thought I'd get a quick shot of him, and I just happen to have his daughter Carmen out here with me. So always good to show off my dogs. I like showing my dogs off. But we'll let the puppies eat in there, and I'll get their weights here in a few. All right, guys, just diving right in here. Here is the shorter coupled boy. He's got the little bit shorter body. He's my personal favorite out of the 2. He's got some really nice markings on his face. He's got the little triangle under his chin. Of course, he's got his tail. You know, he doesn't have any white. Neither of them have any white on their chest or anything like that. Just, you know, nice as can be for a week-old puppy. He's a little undersized because of the C-section being a little early. But let's see what he's weighing today. He is at 3/4 pounds, 0.74. So, you know, they're a little undersized, but they're gonna get big. Next few weeks, you guys watch. These guys are gonna get huge. You know, obviously they don't have their eyes open yet or anything. that'll happen in another week. But I'm gonna go grab his brother and we'll see what he's weighing also. All right, and here's his big brother. He's got the longer body like I was talking about before, but he's also, you know, gonna be a little bit heavier just because he's got some more room to work with. But as you can see, he's got real nice markings too. If I can get him to hold still. He's got the triangle there. He's got his nice tail. He has a thicker tail, and the one thing that I will say is typically the ones with the thicker tails are a little bit bigger pups. So this guy might end up being real big and nice. And you never know what they're gonna look like when they get bigger. All puppies are cute and stuff. I just like them a little shorter. But you know, he doesn't look bad. I mean, he is kind of long in the body, but he doesn't look bad. He's probably gonna be the heavier of the two. I'm gonna stick him on the scale here and see. I'm betting he's over a pound, or maybe right at a pound. He's at 0.98, so yeah, right at a pound. His darkings are nice and dark on his, or his markings are nice and dark on, I said his darkings are nice and mark. His markings are nice and dark on his face. I think he's got a little bit darker on the face, but they both have nice dark legs and all that stuff. This boy's gonna be a looker. They're both gonna be lookers. I'm gonna go put them back in there. Anyway, guys, I don't think you can really go wrong with any of them. I think they're both really nice pups. You know, you have to like this kind of dog, though. I mean, some people like different types of dogs. She's one that I imported specifically because of her pedigree and her unique look. She does have a unique look. And I think both of these boys are going to be really nice. I wish I could keep a boy. Unfortunately, I was trying to get a girl out of her. I've already got a nice stud, and if I am going to keep a boy, it's probably going to be out of one of my future matings with some of the frozen semen that I have. But, you know, I would really like to keep a female out of her. That's really my goal. So we're going to let her rest for a heat, and then probably in about a year, I'm going to breed her again and hopefully get a female out of her, and then it's going to be retirement time for the Panamera. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all my watchers and subscribers. If you'd like the content that's on my channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video, share it with your friends. Say something in the comments, ask me some questions. Happy to have a dialogue with you and answer questions. But for now, Huff House is out. Hope everybody's having a great Friday, and I hope you have a great weekend.